Hi, I'm Sheridan Jenrick, naturopath and nutritionist here at Brisbane Live Well, and I would like to talk to you today about hormone imbalances that frequently occur in women over 40. So a lot of people may not be aware that perimenopause is a transitional time that women go through anywhere between 6 months and 10 years prior to their last menstrual period, which is menopause. So this symptom cluster can happen very gradually for some people, and other people it can be very fast and rapid. The symptoms of waking more frequently at night, feeling more irritable, weight gain around the abdomen, and can be fluid retention for some women, as well as hot flashes, which happen more towards the later part of their transitional time. I really want everyone to know that whether it's happening to you personally or someone you love or know, that this can be treated through a holistic way, through nutrients and through foods, nutritional phytochemicals in our healing type diet, and that you don't have to only resort to medication. So it can be something that can calm your symptoms, but there are other ways to treat it. Now, as someone that likes to look at where your symptoms are, that's really a first place where I'm going to start. I also would like to understand some family history and help someone not just get through these symptoms, but also to prevent further chronic diseases like estrogen dominant cancers and things like that. So the best way for us to do it is also using some of your data in a blood test is useful. And one thing we also recommend here at the clinic is the Dutch hormone test, because this is a urine test that will look at the rhythm of your cycle, and it's simple test that's looking at 4 samples throughout the day. So we can look at cortisol, we can look at progesterone, and the 3 pathways of estrogen imbalance that could be happening, because there is no one way that everyone will be treated the same. So we like to personalize the diet for you, and also what our treatment plan is going to be different for different people. As you can see, without going into too much detail, this is not a one-way street for the hormone pathways to be able to be metabolized. And so the metabolites of these hormones is what we see in a urine test. And so this is why, if we can look at whereabouts in the pathways is someone struggling, then their symptoms will find faster, more rapid relief. And that's really what it's about, getting you feeling the best that you can so that you can manage this hormone transition naturally. So the transition of hormone change is really happening because the ovaries that produce estrogen during fertile years in women, they no longer need to be fertile any longer. So naturally, this time is where the estrogen declines, and so symptoms of either low estrogen or excess progesterone, or even an imbalance with testosterone, could be the unique way that someone is displaying they need extra support. And so that's why there's no one way to look at perimenopausal hormone symptoms as being the same for everyone. I just want to touch on a couple of things with the types of symptoms that can be related to some of the hormone imbalances, because if someone's adrenal glands are they're really high stress type work, they've got families, they're not sleeping so well, then that's where the estrogen starts to be produced after the ovaries no longer need to be the main source of estrogen production. So without making it too complex, we need all of these hormones like an orchestra making good music. They need to be in harmony and in balance. And estrogen is also really important for glucose to enter into the brain. So we really don't want none of them in declining, but where we want to do is support the adrenals if someone is in a high stress type situation. Progesterone is produced at ovulation, and if we no longer ovulate, which will naturally happen, then progesterone that has this beautiful calming anti-anxiety effect on someone, they don't have that quite the same, and so that's where a little bit of nutritional support and herbal medicine and other lifestyle interventions that we support people through at the clinic is really useful and can help make the difference between someone's you shouldn't have to do it alone. That's really what it's about, and medication is not the only way to be able to get through perimenopausal time. So that's really, we also want to be able to protect our patients from estrogen dominant cancers and other types of things that could happen later on. So it's not just about focusing on symptom relief, it's also looking at the underlying causes and then prevention of whatever the genetic family history is, and really just helping us age gracefully and naturally. So we use different types of testing in functional medicine here, and yeah, I'd really like to see some of you or some of the people you love be able to get the best support possible.